Welcome to Pre-Snap Podcast, presented by LineStar app. Here's your host, Casey Bubba and Scott Bogman.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Pre-Snap Podcast, brought to you by the wonderful people at LineStar Sports. Make sure you check them out on the Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar NFL. And most importantly, download the app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Everything you need in the palm of your hands to build your winning DFS lineups. You can find myself on Twitter at BDintric and my co-host, as always, on the Twitter at Bogman Sports. Scott Bogman, how are we doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good, bub. Can't complain. Wouldn't matter if I did. I'm doing better than the Cleveland Browns IR situation.
Ooh.
I know that. Ooh, it is. I mean, they're going to be down, or we should fly to Cleveland, see if we can't get an offensive line spots or something. So
it's like the old on deck joke I'd make. With a bad slate, just go find something to do. If you have a significant other, take him out. Do something on Thursday night.
I'm live streaming this game too. So it will make it fun, right?
Well, that makes it entertaining because the guys in your crew will like keep it fun. You can do stuff, but okay, if you're getting like financially incentivized to watch the football game, I wouldn't watch the football game. Let's put it that way.
And we talk about stuff that's not on the football game in there too. You know, we'll talk about setting your lineups for the week and all that stuff. But it is going to be. It could be a good game. I mean, the Sunday night game was a good game.
Watch the Browns win. Like it'd be so football. It'd be so football.
They're -2 here. Yep. So I mean that they could definitely win that game. It wouldn't be that surprising. But Baker's a giant question mark. We know Hunt and Chubb aren't going to play.
Baker's not playing. Baker's out.
Baker's out. You're right. Baker's out. It's Case Keenum. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Baker's question mark. So probably just because the dude plays through everything. So I thought he's going to be able to play through that. But yeah, you're right.
People were very surprised. We're very surprised when he got the out designation.
And Case Keenum is in, and they're still favored. That is how bad Denver is playing right now. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater is questionable. So I mean,
this Drew Lock versus Case Keenum.
Oh man, that is going to be an ugly game right there. Plus, there's going to be possible rain, and there's going to be 18-mile-an-hour gusts. So, which in Cleveland means 38-mile-an-hour gusts. Yeah. So I don't know. I never believe I know Joe and I were like, yeah, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of wind and maybe some rain. We did the show on, Thursday or whatever for Sunday. I think it was Cleveland versus the Raiders. And it was, sleeting sideways with savage winds, so it's just the way it is in Cleveland. That's why they call it the mistake by the lake. So,
all right. Before we get into that Thursday night pick that you can tell we both love this game so much, I want to remind everybody there's only 13 games this week. So we have 6 teams on buys: the Bills, Cowboys, Jaguars, Chargers, Vikings, Steelers. So as we said before, you and your fantasy leagues, buena suerte. That means good luck for those keeping track at home. But it'll be a fun one. But let's get into the picks and bets as you guys are here for the fun and things. Last week, not the best of weeks. We both went 9-5 against the spread. We both went 5-9 on the over-unders. It was a rough one. But all in all, this is how the season's going. And we'll move on to week 7, as you said. Denver at Cleveland. Cleveland -2, over-under 42. Nasty weather. Backups galore. This should probably be like 37-34 or something, right?
Yeah. I don't expect there to be a ton of scoring. I do like Dearness Johnson. He was good at USF. I like Demetric Felton a little bit better in this game, but this secondary's banged up as well for Cleveland. So this is a hard game to pick. This is I feel like you're picking yes or no on Squid Game for this here. So look, I'm gonna take Denver because their quarterback is healthy. Healthier. He has a possible. And look, even if he doesn't play, Drew Lock has a lot of starting experience. Case Keenum does too, but Case Keenum has it, in between for a long time. He hasn't started a game in a while. So I am going to go ahead and take Denver. The number at 42 is low, Bob.
Not low enough.
I don't know if it's low enough.
It's not.
I'm going to take the over because it's Thursday night,
They,
and it's the Buffalo Wild Wings. It's
if they ever needed that Buffalo Wild Wings button, it's for this game.
I mean, what about the cancel button? You know what I mean? Shouldn't they say that a
where's
bunch
the,
of people have COVID and move this to Sunday? I mean, this is terrible.
Where's the Staples Easy button? Just click it, gone.
Yeah. All right. So my official pick, Denver and the over.
Yeah, please do not wage actual human dollars on this game. That'd be much appreciated out the gate. But
bets and all that stuff.
I am going to go with I'm going with Denver and the under. This is dreadful. I think the fact that they got Williams and Flash in the backfield's a big plus because they can just give them the rock in this bad weather. I don't trust anything in Cleveland, to tell you the truth. All right, Sunday, fun day. Kansas City at Tennessee. KC finally bounces back with a big win. Tennessee, big win against the Bills on Monday night. But Kansas City rolls in as -5.5 road favorites in this matchup. Over under 57.5. Where do you stand on this one, Bogman?
Don't like the line, but I am still going to take the Chiefs here. And look, I know the Chiefs didn't look great, particularly on offense last week, right? We saw Mahomes have a couple of bad throws, and one bounced off of Tyreek Hill's hands, and Darrell Williams was running, but his yards per carry was very low. Sure, but I think the thing that we forget to think about is how good their defense played, and they made the switch of Daniel Sorensen at safety out to Juan Thornhill, which makes you able to do more things with a weapon like Tyrann Mathieu, because you don't have to worry about him getting beat over top like Daniel Sorensen had been getting beat. So I'm going to take Kansas City in this game more because of their defense, and 57.5 is an enormous number, Bob. I'm going to take the under on this. KC in the under for me.
Yeah, it has the makings of a very, very fun game. This reminds me a bit of what we saw this past Monday night. Now the question is, does Tennessee have a letdown? That's the question, because I believe I've been saying this is a great team.
They should have lost that game. Josh Allen slipped. You know,
they still would have covered. That's all I care about.
Oh yeah, they would have covered, but they should have.
But the Bills should have won. That is correct. But woulda, shoulda, coulda. I'm gonna take Tennessee.
If ifs and buts was candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Exactly. If my aunt had nuts, she'd be my uncle. Tennessee +5.5 for me on this one. I'm taking the over. I want shootout in this one. Give me some points. Both teams get into the 30s. Good ball game here in Tennessee. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore -6.5. Over under 47 in this one. Baltimore just continues to prove me wrong and play great football. Cincinnati's been looking good though. Boggs, who you taking?
Okay. So
two teams you love so much.
Yeah. I mean, let's root for the meteor. Look for this one. I'm.
Say it.
I'm going to take Baltimore at home. I mean, I don't like it specifically because Baltimore has played some close games, but it was funny when Patrick Queen went down in that game. Josh Bynes came in and the defense really stepped up and played. Now, Anthony Averett leads the league in yards given up. So I do expect a pretty big game from T. Higgins, because I do expect Marlon Humphrey to be covering Jamar Chase in this one. So I do think this will be a little bit of a point for point. So I'll take the over 47 and Baltimore in this one. And I hate that I'm going with the public.
Joe Burrow's getting better and better each week. Baltimore's getting better and better each week. Baltimore's running back situation concerns me greatly. So it's a revolving door of injuries and who's next. I love what Cincinnati's doing. Give me Cincinnati to cover this game and give Baltimore a scare. Maybe even squeak out a W. I think Baltimore still wins, but this can be a good game. And give me the over as well. I think there's enough points on both sides in this game. Very, very entertaining football game. Cincinnati with the cover. So 2 doggies out the gate for me. Carolina at the New York Giants. Carolina -3. Over under 43. The Giants looked dreadful last week. Absolutely horrific, Bogman. And someone on Twitter said Saquon Barkley should be cut from your fantasy rosters. But he also didn't allow anybody to publicly comment on his tweet. So that was all for show. Who do you like in this game?
I'm gonna need to know who that was, but anyway,
that to you. It's one of those, because the new feature now only certain people can comment if you select it. He made it so no one could comment on it. That is Bush League.
Carolina for me, and I hate that I'm taking another road team here. I don't like that, so I'll take Carolina. But the pass rush in Carolina is good, right? And Andrew Thomas just went down to a offensive line that was getting better, but they're still just not there. We saw that happen. We saw that last week against the Rams. They're just not ready yet. So I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers. 43 is a pretty solid number just because the Giants offense is built with nothing. And the Panthers have taken a little bit of a step back. I'm surprisingly going to take the under on this game. I think this will be closer than we expected to. I think the Giants will be in it for most of the game, but that means that probably Carolina isn't scoring. I would think that would mean that Carolina isn't scoring more than the Giants are also scoring. So I'll take Carolina in the under.
Yeah, this is a bad football game. Two bad football teams, which you never know what you're going to get. You can get just so ugly that all the points come, or you just get ugly.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
Man, I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to take the home dogs in this one. I'm hoping that Jones isn't still concussed because he seemed like he was last week while he played. But give me Danny Dimes +3 in this one. Give me the under as well. I really want to take the over in this one. Give me the under. Give me the Giants. Give me the under. They squeak through and get the dub at home as the home dogs. Atlanta at Miami. Atlanta -2.5 on the road in Miami. Shoot me now. Over under 47.5. The freaking Falcons are road favorites in Miami. That's how bad it is, Bogman.
Well, I want to know what.
No, do not ask that question. You're not allowed to ask that question.
Why?
I don't want it. Okay,
because you don't want to answer it. I understand that. But look, the Deshaun Watson trade is getting swirled about. Now, we've heard half the reporters say that this is a rumor and it's not to be taken seriously. It's all BS, specifically from the Washington side, because we got news that this trade could be happening soon. The Dolphins took Tua off of the roster on the website. So I don't know what's happening here, which just doesn't give me a lot of confidence in Miami. Atlanta's coming off the bye week as well. Miami just got back from London. I'm going to take Atlanta on the road. I hate this game. I will stay away from it with my own hard-earned dollars. But I will also go with, I can't bet the under. I have to go over. Both these defenses are rough, but Atlanta's particularly is. So it's kind of hedging taking Atlanta in the over, but I'm going to do it anyway. Atlanta in the over.
Yeah, if the Dolphins trade for Deshaun Watson, I might have to get a new team for good. I just can't do it anymore. Like talent and I guess willpower and choices in life are a big difference for me. So that's a tough one. I like Brian Flores as a coach. This team running the team, this front office is a joke. Talk about wasting all these good picks, but you poked the bear. This is what you get. So yeah, every team usually gets a bye after London except the Dolphins apparently. So that's good. That's fun. No big deal because Miami's close or something. I don't know. Atlanta wins this game and wins it probably by a touchdown. So give me Atlanta -2.5, but give me the over. These two teams are both top 6 in pace of play. So the ball should be moving because both defenses are so bad. So Atlanta, the over, and the Dolphins are going for the #1 pick all over again. Too bad there's no good quarterbacks this year. Jets at New England. New England -7, over under 42.5. What do you like on this one?
It's funny. I heard a stat today, and the stat was that the Jets have a net of 0 passing yards in first quarters this year.
Wow.
None. So, needless to say, in this game, New England wins this one outright by a touchdown, probably more than that. I know the Jets are coming off a bye. They should be more prepared for New England and all that stuff, but I'll take the experience of Bill Belichick over Robert Saleh in his new spot with the Jets in that. I'm going to take the Patriots. I'm going to take the under because I just don't know that the Jets are going to score at all against the Patriots. That defense is playing well. I know they gave up whatever it was, 36 points, 35 points to the Cowboys last week, but that's the Cowboys. Yeah. And they took them to overtime too, and there was a lot of late scoring in it. So I'm going to take the Patriots and take the under in this game.
The Patriots are a tough one. It's like 1 week they shut the team down, then they go into Houston and Davis Riley look great, and they shut a team down.
That's what you have when you have Mac Jones, a rookie quarterback, who is one of the best.
Though. The defense didn't stop Davis Riley. They just let him move down the field.
Yeah. You mean Davis Mills? Yeah,
Mills. I don't know why it's a Davis Riley. I have no idea.
I don't know. Is that a NASCAR driver, Davis Riley?
Sounds like he should be. Maybe Days of Thunder. I don't know. But maybe Ricky Bobby. It could be. But I don't know why I said Davis Riley, but Davis Mills, he got me so tilted on the Dolphins right now. I'm taking the Jets, though. Second time they've seen them this year, coming off the bye week. I think it's a letdown spot for New England. I'm probably overthinking it, but give me the Jets, but give me the under. This is a bad football game. So Jets under for me in this one. Washington at Green Bay. Green Bay minus 7.5, over under 49. And Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. I wonder if he owns the football team as well. I like how you filled mine in already.
Yeah, I know what you're doing. Green Bay in the over. Look, the defense for Washington still hasn't put it together. Now, I think they could get to Rodgers a couple times. You know, he will hold on to the ball sometimes. He has a ton of experience and all that stuff. So he knows he can read through his progressions and make the right throw, which is not good when you have Sweat and Chase Young after you. But that secondary is horrific, man. It's bad. And I know they're going to move Landon Collins more to playing linebacker, which upsets me because I want Jamin Davis. They spent a first-round pick on him, and they're going to box him out by having Landon Collins move positions here, which is strange. But whatever. I mean, he's terrible in coverage. The Packers going to throw the ball a ton. So I'm going to take Green Bay, and I'm going to take the over. I know you like Taylor Heineke, Bub, but he was rough
last week. Was rough. Last week was really rough.
And Green Bay has enough. They should keep the ball and score a bunch of points. I'll take Green Bay, and I'll take the over.
Yeah, Gibson's banged up. He'll probably play, but to what level? It could be J.D. McKissick show all over again. It could be playing from behind.
Jared Patterson.
Yeah, it could be Patterson. Fitz Magic should be back in a week or two, which could be very interesting. That's why the joke was the Dolphins could trade Tua to Washington so he can get benched behind Fitzpatrick again. That was so I'm just tilted me even more when I saw that because that was so true. But yeah, Green Bay over. You wrote it down before you even started talking about your picks. So yeah, Green Bay over for me. This Packers team keep getting it done. Detroit at the Rams. Rams minus 15.5. This is the afternoon games. The totals are through the roof, folks. So Rams minus 15.5, over under 50.5. What do you got?
Look, the Rams are the easy call here. Even laying 15.5 points. I understand that you don't want to do that in an NFL game a lot, but this is Matt Stafford playing against his old team. And I know he wanted out, but he also wants to show them up. Everybody knows that. I mean, they didn't help him. He could still have Calvin Johnson on that team, maybe. Dude's already in the Hall of Fame, by the way. Came in after Matt Stafford, left before him, and could be in the Hall of Fame right now. I think he came in after. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It was close either way. But, I mean, he just wants to go out and destroy Detroit. And Detroit is a team that can get destroyed and will get destroyed in this game, specifically on the road. You have Aaron Donald wreaking havoc. So the over-under is the hard part for me. I think with all the pressure that Dan Campbell just put on Jared Goff, who also wants to go in and beat his old team, right? But that's a lot of pressure. Your coach just threw you under the bus. You're going up against your old coach who knows all your tendencies and all that stuff. I don't know if Detroit scores a point in this game. So I'm going to take the Rams, and I'm going to take the under. I see this as a 35-3, 35-10 type of a game, and I think the Rams just win this going away. A lot of running in the second half.
The question is, does Stafford throw for over 400 yards and 4+ touchdowns? That's the question. Does Cooper Kupp go for 15 catches and 210? Or no, I'm just kidding. Well, kind of kidding. It's going to be ugly early for Detroit unless something really crazy happens. So yeah, I'll take the Rams as well, which I usually don't do for regular listeners to this show. But I don't want to take the over. I'm going to take the under with you. I don't think Detroit scores much, but I like the over a little bit. I'll take the under. Give me the under. Give me the Rams. Philadelphia.
Gun to your head. You can take the over if you want, Bob.
I'm not going to. Philadelphia at Las Vegas. Vegas -3, over under 49. This is like two teams that week in and week out, it seems like a different Jekyll and Hyde with these two teams. So what do we get this week, Bogman?
I don't know. So I'm going to watch this game and not bet any money on it, but I'll give you my logic here. I'm going to take Vegas at home. I think they proved to themselves more than anyone last week that they can win without John Gruden. That was a good win for them against Denver, which makes it hard to take Denver against Cleveland, but Cleveland has no one left to play. So I'm going to take Vegas here. I'm going to lay the 3 points. This is your standard home line, though. So these teams are very, very even. The over-under is trickier. I'll go with the under because I just don't trust Jalen Hurts to put up points. So I'm going to take Vegas in the under. I just see this as, if you're Vegas, you play to your strength, which is running the ball. You run the ball, but you get some big play action against the secondary. I just want to see Ruggs more involved, but I think this is probably more of a big Hunter Renfrow game, which lends me towards the under here too. I think this is like some type of 21-17, 24-17 type of a game that the Raiders win at home.
See, with all the high spreads in the afternoon games, this is probably the game that's like the shootout, like game of the week. So give me Las Vegas. I do think they cover at home and get the job done there. But I'm going to take the over in this game. I think both teams can put up some points. We saw Raiders Broncos last week put up a ton of points. We've seen Philadelphia do that a few times this year, especially on the road. And we all make fun of Jalen Hurts, and for good reasons, because he has a lot of just what are you doing moments out there. But if you're looking at just fantasy in general, he's like the second or third best quarterback on the season, scoring.
It's because he runs.
Yeah, and that's going to set them up against this Raiders defense, which I think is a bit not good.
And they have some extra time to rest. So
yeah.
I know the public is in on Philly. They played on Thursday night, so you get a week and a half.
I think Goddard will be back too.
Goddard will be back. So, but Zach Ertz is gone, and he's been the better of both of those guys. He can't seem to get anything going with Jalen Reagor.
And we got the special coach's vote of confidence, Bogman. They want to get Miles Sanders more involved.
They said that 2 weeks ago, and then they gave him 11 touches. Like, one hand and S in the other one. Tell me which one fills up first, right? I mean, I am so sick of we're going to get Miles Sanders more involved. You know what they did when they said that? They just didn't get Gainwell involved. That was all they did. They gave Miles Sanders normal 12 stupid touches, but didn't give anything to Kenneth Gainwell, which I think is stupid. But this is, when Devontae Smith goes off, Hurts can put up some points, but he just hasn't been doing it recently. Hopefully he will. I would love to see him get rolling, but I don't have a lot of confidence either way on either side of this game. So I can see it going over. I'm picking it under because if you're going to beat Philly, you can't let them score. I feel like they're more dangerous to get on a scoring run than the Raiders are.
Yeah, the Raiders never use logic, though, so we'll see how that goes.
It's true.
Houston at Arizona. Arizona minus 17.5. They're 6-0. They get the worst. Well, Dolphins might be the worst team in football, but they get one of the worst teams in football. Over under 47.5. Where do you stand on this one, Bogman?
That's a big line.
Huge. This is college football stuff here.
Yeah. I'm laying it. I'm going to take Arizona. Arizona's undefeated. They've been rolling people. They just stomped Cleveland into the ground without their head coach. Cliff Kingsbury didn't even get to show up. Chandler Jones didn't even show up, and they beat the piss out of the Browns. I think this is an epic ass kicking for Arizona. They're at home. Houston's on the road. So I'm going to take Arizona, and I'm going to take the over. I think they get most of it. So give me the Cards. Give me the over.
Give me Davis Mills and the Houston Texans plus 17.5. I can't lay it. I can't do it.
I understand.
No, I wouldn't be shocked if Arizona wins by 4 touchdowns.
Houston just put up 3 points last week against Indy.
I get it. I get it.
So
this just feels like I can't lay it. I'm taking the 17.5. It's a horrible football game and really bad football game. I'll take the over as well because I think Houston covers. They got to put up points to keep up. So give me Houston and give me the over. Wow, that's a tough one. Chicago at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay minus 12.5. Over under 47. Tom Brady just keeps on scoring, Bogman.
He does, but I can't lay this many points for Chicago. Their defense is good still. So, and I know Robert Quinn has COVID, so he may or may not be able to play this game. That's a big question, but you still have Mack on the other side. They have pretty good secondary, good linebackers led by Roquan as well. So I think this will be a lower scoring game, and that's going to keep Chicago in it. And look, you're going to have to pass the ball with Justin Fields, but him playing quarterback also makes me trend towards the under 47 on this one. So I'm going to say Chicago stays in this game, and that means that you're going to take the under if that's going to be the case. So give me Chicago and give me the under here.
Yeah, we're the opposite in this game. Give me Tampa Bay. I think Tom Brady just saw Aaron Rodgers win by 10, and he's going to show him that, hey, kid, I still got this. And he's going to keep leading football in scoring as the quarterback position. It's going to be Tampa Bay, and give me the over. I think lots of points get scored to this one. Tampa Bay puts up at least 30 to 35 points and beats down the Chicago Bears team. Before we get to the primetime game, Sunday night and Monday Night Football, remind you guys to check out the LineStar YouTube channel if you prefer to watch this wonderful podcast, or you can just listen to us on your podcast platforms and give us a rate and review on iTunes. That would work great as well. Also, already, Sunday Night Football, Indianapolis at the San Francisco 49ers, San Francisco -4, over under 44. What do you like in here, Boggs? And the weather will be nasty in the Bay Area. It's going to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be wind and rain. So ugly game, but it lends towards, corners slipping and, wide receivers making some big plays. So I'm going to take the over, and that's what I'm most confident in this game. Then you're getting Jimmy G back, but he's playing at 50%. I'm going to take the Colts in this game. I'm going to get points. Because they're on the road. I think I'm going to take that easily for Indy against the Niners. I know the Niners are coming off a bye. They should be prepped for this game and stuff, but Jimmy G's just not great, so I'm going to take the Colts, and I'm going to take the over here because I think the weather will actually help the over. It won't help kicking and won't help throwing down the field, but you're still going to be able to beat those Niners corners if you're not throwing it that far downfield. Carson Wentz has been insanely efficient this year. So give me the Colts and give me the over.
Yeah, Jimmy G back. I believe Elijah Mitchell will be back as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting healthier, but it still doesn't help me out a ton. Maybe Debo has a big game. Kittle's not back, so you don't have to worry about that. But I do love the over. Love the over 44. I'm taking the Colts as well in this game. I think they're just a better football team. We got off a slow start. We believed in them as being the class of the AFC South, or at least one of the classes of the AFC South, and they're starting to show that now with that beat down against Houston last week. I think they come in here and get the job done. They're getting 4 points on the road, so even if they lose, it ain't going to be by more than a field goal. So, yeah, give me the Colts. Give me the over in this one. Monday Night Football. What a game. Jameis Winston, Geno Smith. I bet they loved it when they made the schedule back then.
The poor Seahawks. Yeah. I mean, they get their nationally televised games right after Russell Wilson is going to miss his first at least 3 games ever of his career. So not a good spot for them to be put in, but they at least get the home crowd here.
Yeah, and they're 5-point home dogs, and the over-under is only 43. I don't know if Russell Wilson ever played in the game with the total this low. So what do you like in this game?
Not a lot, man. I hate that. I would love this so much more if New Orleans was at home. Yeah. I'm going to take them here because they're coming off a bye, and I think they're going to be ready to play in this game. You get to practice for that noise for 2 straight weeks. You should be okay. Even Jameis should be okay. So I'm going to take New Orleans in this game. I'm more confident in that. I'll take the over. 43 so low. This game turned out 28-21. You hit it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints and take the over.
Seattle at Pittsburgh was a total of 42.5, and I think the game ended at 43.
It did.
So that was fun. I'm taking Seattle in the over in this one as well. I like Seattle, I like the over. Geno Smith's not great, but he can keep you in games. Like he can.
What do you think about them potentially contacting Cam Newton?
I don't know, but I heard they contacted a lot of quarterbacks, and Cam was one of them.
That's true. Cam was one of them.
Media outlets got to mention the Cam part to get the buzz.
I guess you're right about that. I just like it. Also, I don't think there's going to be anything for that moving forward because I think if you were going to sign,
you would have done it by now.
You would have done it, right? Yeah, exactly.
You would have put them in almost right away.
And I've said this on every show I've been a part of this week. So if you listen to all my stuff, forgive me for repeating this line. But Russell Wilson, they need to test his blood or something. He was supposed to be able to move his finger 10%, and he's already at 75%.
Hey, he's got that special water, man.
Yeah, I guess the JC juice. So I don't know, man. I don't know what he's doing, but whatever he's doing, I want to inject it into my veins because it's living. So
I want to bathe in it and drink it and do whatever else I can.
Exactly, like it's Christina Hendricks bathwater. So
yeah,
absolutely.
There you go. Give me Seattle. Give me the over. I think it's a boring yet close football game. That's the best way I can put it. But that wraps up the Week 7 picks and bet segments. Lots of fun. 13 games.
We're different on a lot of these games, Bob.
Yeah, it's going to help me separate from you even more. It's going to be great.
New Orleans and Seattle were opposite. I got Chicago. You got Tampa Bay. I have Arizona. You have Houston. Let's see. I have New England. You've got New York. I've got Carolina. You've got the Giants. And I've got Baltimore. You got Tennessee. And I have KC and you have Tennessee. So we're gonna have someone's gonna pull away here this week. That's for sure.
No, we'll split. Just watch.
You're right.
It'll happen. But to find out how that goes, make sure you check us out next week. But obviously, if you're here for DFS, that show drops on Friday for the main slate preview, which is a small slate. So keep that in mind. And make sure you check out LineStar on Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar NFL. Download the app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. You won't regret it one bit. Check out Bogman on Twitter at Bogman Sports. I'm at BD Intric. This was your picks and bets for Week 7. Catch you guys next time.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Pre-Snap Podcast, presented by LineStar app. Please like, comment, subscribe, and rate for good karma in your fantasy football